Greetings. I will be presenting you with an alfalfa farm data analysis today after using Universal Agriculture's products and treatments. Universal Agriculture works with various types of farms to ensure that farmers have their satisfaction and desired crop outcome. We work to treat soils from salinity and balance the pH levels to ensure that the maximum quantity and quality of product is reached. These are a couple of names of farms that we have worked with only within the California, Nevada, and Arizona area. This presentation is only an example of the work we have done, and it is focused on an alfalfa farm. The products have showed great and efficient results with citrus, grapes, almonds, dates, palms, and many more types of crops as well. Please reach out with any questions and we will be more than happy to help. On this slide here, the right half of the slide shows a major effect of the removal of salinity from the surface around a palm tree, and this was only in 20 days. The left half shows a citrus tree that was treated in just 16 months. The growth and health of the tree is noticeable in just that little time. These are also examples of the results after using Salt Fighter and Master Humic. The picture on the left shows the results of an almond tree in just 4 months. We can clearly see the bottom soil and how the salt is shown in the July 25th picture and how it was completely removed after 4 months. The right half of the slide shows a 2.5 years old field that was suffering from high stress due to high salinity and high pH levels. Now the difference is noticeable after the treatment is shown in the bottom right, as you can compare the length of the stick and how the growth took less than 2 years to result in a healthy tree. We are proud to have had the opportunity to work with the Ponderosa Dairy Farms, as its owners chose a deserted field and turned it into beautiful, productive Greenland, despite the hard work it needed to farm such a harsh environment. It is located northwest of Las Vegas in an isolated area, having it as the only green fields in its surroundings. The treated area, as pointed out in the picture, is named SOD Farm of Alfalfa. It is a 120-acre area full of alfalfa, which is watered by well and is using a center pivot irrigation system. We see here a sheet of data completed by the Cumberland Valley Analytical Services that contains statistics of proteins, fibers, minerals, energy and index calculations, and the qualitative of the area on August 11th of 2021. This is before using Universal Agriculture, Salt Fighter, and Master Humic. We can go back to these numbers at any point during the presentation as you wish. We see here on the slide the same collected data with different statistics that were gathered after using Salt Fighter and Master Humic, and this is dated on September 2nd, 2021. This is a sheet of data that was gathered on October 5th, 2021, after discontinuing the use of products by Universal Agriculture. We can later compare and contrast how the data changed before using the products, during the usage of the products, and after discontinuing their use. In the previous slides, you will find a QR code that you can scan to take you to the laboratory's own website for verification and an extra clear sheet of data. We are looking at a chart that was provided by the University of California, Davis, that contains nutritional characteristics of alfalfa hays of various quality categories. And we will use this chart to compare the results of data of before and during the usage of Salt Fighter and Master Humic throughout the presentation. Alfalfa hay fiber, measured as NDF, is ideal for stimulating ruminative chewing in dairy cows. But NDF is in general relatively slowly digested in the rumen and must be reduced in size before it can pass out of the rumen to the lower digestive tract. And until it passes from the rumen or is digested in it, NDF acts as a limit to further intake. And as we can see here on this chart done by UC Davis, at 33% of NDF is considered X premium. And through data gathered at the treated area of hay, it shows that the number decreased from 46.1%, which is considered more than the number of fair, to 29.1%, which is better than the X premium, after using Salt Fighter and Master Humic. In addition, alfalfa improvement and harvesting in the recent past in California has emphasized methods to increase the energy value of alfalfa hay, and this is done by reducing the level of structural fiber, which is generally approximated by its acid detergent fiber, which is ADF components. Now, the ADF percentage went from 39.7%, which was considered below fair, to 24.0%, which is better than the X premium. Alfalfa hay generally contains a level of crude protein, which is CP, that is much higher than in competing forages such as cereal silages. The tables here show the percentages of CP before and after the area was treated. The UCD research marks that a fair percentage of CP is 18%, and the area was at 15.7% before it was treated, as we see here, and it increased to 23.4%, where X premium hay is considered 24%. TDN, which is the total digestible nutrients that are found in hay, is very important to the overall quality of hay and the consumption of it as well. Now, UCD's chart portrays that a fair hay quality is considered 51.5%, and an X premium hay quality is considered 56.6%. And as shown in the charts here, the percentage of TDN was at 53% and increased to 64.3% after treatment. The relative feed value, which is known as RFV, is calculated by estimating the digestibility of the forage dry matter and how much the cow can eat based on its filling capacity. This chart here is taken from the Missouri Department of Agriculture, which shows that a fair RFV quality of hay is considered between 130 to 150. Now, the area that was tested was at 117, which increased to 224 after treatment, which is considered the supreme quality of hay. The table here concludes the results we saw earlier during the presentation. We have different data to be compared with the fair level of quality of hay, which is the lowest, and the X premium level being the highest quality, as rankings taken from the UC Davis research on nutrition of alfalfa hay and the Missouri Department of Agriculture. We can also see here the changes in percentage of minerals after treatment, such as calcium, phosphorus, and ash. These all increased in percentage, and this is an important aspect of the quality of hay that the treated area portrayed an increase to. However, minerals such as potassium cause diet formulation problems for dairy cattle nutritionists, and reduction of the levels of potassium in alfalfa hay would be advantageous from this regard, as well as increasing the energy value of the hay, as minerals in alfalfa hay have no energy value. The potassium level as shown decreased from 4.07 to 3.83 after treatment. As we can see here, we have a graph by UCD that represents the value of alfalfa hay as influenced by hay quality and cow production. The quality of hay directly affects cow production and their health as well. These numbers are important since they will allow the cows to feed better, which will benefit the farmer greatly in the long or short run as they choose to use the cattle for beef or dairy. The size of the cattle will increase as they feed better, and that is what we are aiming for. This is the SOD alfalfa farm that we treated. Most potting and spacing was covered after the usage of salt fighter and master humic in just 22 days. These pictures portray how another alfalfa farm area had many yellow spotting as well as spacing, which was covered completely after a treatment of 16 days using salt fighter and humic master. We offer a free trial of our products with your choice of area, and we are aiming to make you satisfied. We highly appreciate your time and interest, and we hope to hear from you soon.